Hi, I'm Drew, a drag queen living in LA with my husband Curtis, my dog JB, and a empty spot for a brand new sleeper couch that won't be fully inflated by the time Grant gets here.
And I'm Grant. I live in Florida. I've got a wife, 4 kids. I used to be a pastor, and now I live in a house with a starlet, a diva, the future of entertainment, Piper. As the play gets closer,
Yeah, he's shutting down just to keep himself safe because she is the lead in Mean Girls, and she's taking that very seriously. She's scary, but talented.
sorry, can you
Blacked out.
keep it down when we talk about her?
Yeah,
Just-
I'm sorry. You're
Anyway,
absolutely
what do
right.
we talk about on the
I was
show?
So on the show, I tell Grant about Golden Girls because he forgot all about them. Apparently, he had to Google them, and we go through one of my
Maud's my favorite.
gay episodes. So stick
yeah.
around if you want to hear people talk about old dead ladies. Enjoy. Hi, I'm Drew, and I'm gay.
And I'm Grant, and I'm so straight.
You said so too strongly. Thou doth protest too much.
I have some complicated news to share with you, brother.
Oh my God, what now? Grant, I can't take it. If your house burned down, I'm out. I don't want a relationship with you anymore. Fuck them kids. I'm done. What? What's wrong now?
I think you may have been right. The Purity Ring resellers aren't paying us for last week's ads.
Wow.
So,
Grant, here's the thing. I love your humor. It's so fun. You're so funny. I don't tell you that
Thanks.
enough. But
Thanks.
Jesus Christ, you can't. Let's stay away from jokes where the setup is something bad happened to me, because that is your reality every day. And so when you try to make it a joke, it doesn't land,
yeah.
brother.
Oh, okay. Well, it's kind of funny for me to watch you squirming.
I guess you do need to find happiness wherever you can.
Wherever I can. I do want to make something right at the top of the show, which is...
Oh, hell yeah. I'm ready. Go ahead. Apologize. I'm ready.
We had a fan reach out to ask us back in February to do a quick shout out for their mother for Valentine's Day. We missed it. That's on me. I missed it. And her name, the fan Ella May, and her mother, Kellyanne Allen, Kellian. How would you say that?
Yeah,
Kellyanne?
that sounds right.
Okay. Kellyanne.
Wait, how do I know them? Say their names again?
Ella May is who asked for it. And then Kellyanne Allen. Kelly, do you think it's Kelly Ann and it's just spelled differently than I've seen it before?
I honestly don't think that that's something that we're supposed to know.
Good point.
Women remain a mystery,
and
wrapped
it's
in another mystery.
Enigma, and it's their right to do so. Kellyanne, K.A.
Hey, Mama.
Happy Valentine's Day. Ella May
Hey,
loves
mama,
you so much.
it's that do the beat the bitty mama. West side of booty mama. Well, actually, it's so funny that you said that because last night, guess what I did last night?
You saw Kellyanne and Ella May
Conway. I wish.
at the Conway.
No, I
Twitty.
wish, but you have fruit flies or something.
Oh, cool! Just in time for my visit.
Shut the fuck up. Last night, Curtis and I did our Valentine's dinner because we didn't get to do anything for Valentine's because he had to work. So we went to this really nice Japanese restaurant in East Hollywood that is very expensive. And his mom said, "Let me buy y'all dinner." So we said, okay.
That's so nice.
Yeah, so we went there and we ended up getting sat down next to a table of reality show producers, 3 straight men in their late 40s, early 50s, or really hard late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
And one of them is the producer on Drag Race. So anytime he'd start to talk, Curtis and I would just stop talking. They didn't say anything interesting. They're, it's fucking idiots. And the entire time they're like, well, I mean, actually the Drag Race guy was like, yeah, I mean, this industry's so fucking hard. People just don't get it. It's our life's hard. And then the other guy's like, yeah, hell yeah, brother. And then the other guy just kind of sat there. I think he was like a squib or something. What's a squib? The thing that explodes. No,
that explodes.
He was a gaffer. What? It doesn't matter.
They
but
also
he's
explode.
I love doing Drag Race because it's just starts in January and you're off. And then when it's over, you've got plenty of time, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm loving this conversation. I don't understand it, but I'm loving hearing the inside. And then I look up, Grant, this is what I do. I look up, I go, and right across from me is the bar. And sitting at the bar is a drag race queen I've never met.
No
and I was like, what is happening?
way.
Yeah. And that was it. Well, she was with somebody I knew. She was with a friend of mine. So I did go over and say hi. Well, yeah, because he had already walked over and said hi because she was running late because she's a queen. And so as we were leaving, I was like, goodbye. And I was like, oh, hi, I'm Darby. And then she used her boy name, which I thought was weird.
Is
like,
that a thing?
I don't want to know your boy side. I don't want to know your boy's stuff. I don't know. It's every queen's their own. It's their own decision. I like to just, I get one name. And honestly, the only thing fucking that up is this show. This show's really fucking
You know what?
up.
I'm sorry. Then let's go back. So you're Dixie, and everyone remember
Fuck
it.
off.
This is Dixie. This is who we're talking to. One name, one love.
Under God.
Speaking of under God, Drew, I didn't go to a Valentine's dinner last night, but I have been thinking about the tour coming up. And some of the dates that we haven't released or cities we haven't released. And there is a spot I'd love to go that is not currently on our plans to go to. I want to go to Kentucky. I want us to go to the Ark Encounter.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'd go to Cincinnati because it's right over the border.
That's close. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, geography.
I think it's like close to Cincinnati.
I read something that happened there at the end of last year that I hadn't heard of yet, and it kind of made me laugh, as long as everyone's okay, of course. But December 29th of last year, there was a measles outbreak.
Oh, sure. Yeah, well, we don't have a vaccine for it, so.
And it's just, I think it gives God a chance to show up and show out. Isn't that right? Give me an amen.
Well, that's
on that.
why they're doing it. They're playing with the lives of their children so that their God may be even more powerful. And I think that's beautiful.
As I looked more into it, I really didn't know what was inside that great ark of theirs. I mean, I read the book. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I know the book isn't always the same.
What do you mean? The museum?
I didn't know all of the crazy stuff that was in there.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
There's a scene, a diorama set up.
There's a bunch of them.
Coliseum, like Christians fighting in a coliseum with a dinosaur.
Right.
Not like a tiger, lion, a bear. Oh my! None of that. It was a fucking dinosaur. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And they got a tax break from Kentucky to build the thing.
I donated to it. I was living in Kentucky at the time when they were building it, and I was like, "This is what I want to. This is what I want to pay for." There's times, and fuck it. They should be so embarrassed. They are so dumb. They are so loud and dumb, and it's sorry. I know that we all feel this way. But usually I can just kind of like brush it off, and I take gummy and I go to sleep.
Sure.
But sometimes, like, just hearing you explain that to me, I was like, they should be ashamed of themselves. The next time I see a Christian, they better not look me in the eye because they're stupid. And I'll be so upset if they look me in the eye.
How will you know they're a Christian? How will you know as they're walking by?
Because they'll be judging me. They'll be doing this.
Yeah, that's the look.
Listeners, I was giving a judgmental look to myself or my brother. I really can't tell the difference.
It's like, it's a face of you're in an elevator and you just smelled a fart. And it's not yours. That's
Thank
the
God
face.
it's not. No. Okay. If I just smelled a fart and it wasn't mine, my face would be like this.
Which I think would communicate to everyone else in the elevator. He clearly is the one who farted. He looks so relieved. It's pretty rough in here.
Well, I like that. Oh my God. There is a fruit fly flying around my head. Is that good? That's good. Probably. It's an omen.
I think it's because you haven't washed your hair in many days.
No, I just use dry shampoo. That's washing your... I'm getting a haircut tomorrow, and I just got the dry shampoo, and I just wanted to test it out. So I got my hair nice
multiple days in a row.
Dirty. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Drew, I will say the pressure on Piper being the lead role is cranking up in our house.
Yeah.
Cranking up. She has come in, I think every practice... or rehearsal, sorry. She's come in very upset, lots of tears, letting me know the director doesn't know what they're doing.
I was going to say that, actually. But.
The song, this song is out of her range, but she can figure it out, but it's going to take a lot of work. And she's like, I'm just supposed to change my whole voice? Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Ridiculous.
And just, it is pretty great to be like, I feel zero, like there's no pressure on me to fix anything or try to tell her, you should try this. I just go, yeah. They all suck. You're the best. And she said, there's a girl. I don't want to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude, but there's a girl and she just can't. And I said, what do you mean can't? And she said, do anything. She can't act.
Yeah.
She can't sing. And then they put me on the stage and I'm the lead. So if it doesn't go well, they're going to think, oh, well, it's the lead's fault. Like, because the play like really hinges around me. And so they put this girl out there and I'm supposed to sing with her. She can't sing. I'm supposed to act with her. She can't act. I'm sorry. She's a sweet girl. She really is, Dad. She's a sweet girl. But she can't.
Been there 1,000 times. I'll be there again this Friday at IMHO Live in Los Angeles, California. Dynasty Typewriter at 7:30. We'll see you then.
I'll be there as well. She told me that the director was really on her about being off book and with everybody. And she said they've changed the script multiple times. We were doing the original, now we're doing Junior, and they gave us a script on. She goes, it's not even a real script. It was on Google Docs, and so it's not even right. And then she said, she's like, how am I supposed to know all that? And I said, yeah, that's frustrating. I can help you run lines if you need to, like, if that'll help. And then she goes, I have friends. And I went, you got it. Yeah. I'm an idiot. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm so stupid.
Yeah,
so,
you do sound really dumb.
Yeah, so I absolutely, hit myself in the face for that one.
That's exciting. I love a diva. Listen, if you're the lead role in Mean Girls, the pressure is on you, and you must rise to that occasion, the occasion being you need to be a diva the entire time. You want, when you walk off that stage, you want people both to be having to catch their breath because your performance was so incredible, but also terrified that you're going to come talk to them. Listen, it's pressure you wouldn't understand, Grant. You'd never had to.
That's a good point. I've never performed well anywhere in my life. I did tell her that if she wanted to, that when you're there and when I'm there, that we could kind of just be on either side of her. Like when she's like dealing with her fans, we could set up a meet and greet. I said, Uncle Drew knows a lot about that. We can set up a meet and greet for you.
Yeah.
And she basically said that if I try to talk to her after the show, she will embarrass me. And to which I replied, unembarrassable. No shame here, baby.
Yeah, what could she do? Wait, no, don't think about it. There's probably something horrible.
I think she just stabbed me.
Oh, that would be funny. Oh, no, wait, don't do that. Because what if she thinks I'm you? I don't want to be stabbed because your daughter hates you.
Not again.
I want to be stabbed for other reasons.
But also, I want you to know she didn't threaten you in any way. She's fine with you following her around.
I brought our tour to her state just so I could see her fucking show. She better not look at me sideways, or I'll give her something to be nervous about.
Here's the thing. I love how tough you're talking right now because you're in LA and she can't hear you right now.
She can't find me. She can't come get me.
There's a chance she's outside my door right now. Terrifying.
Yep.
But
try and come get me, little girl.
Real big. Yeah. You're talking real big. You're talking real big.
Listen, I've got 6 weeks almost. I got a month and a half. I'm free. Now, when I get to Orlando, will I be terrified? Yeah, I will.
Yeah, I definitely want to record you talking this big to her in person.
Shut up. You won't.
Exactly.
You won't.
I won't.
Thank you for sharing that story, and you should be afraid of your daughter. But before we get too far into this episode, you may have heard, I've already mentioned it, that we are kicking off our 2026 IMHO Live Tour this Friday at Dynasty Typewriter in Los Angeles. You are flying in on Thursday.
Yes.
And I want you to know, the thing that I am most excited about, I was finally able to order one of those couches that folds out into a bed that I saw on TikTok. I'm thrilled. I'm so excited. I don't know because it actually, I'm realizing something. It's being delivered on Thursday and you arrive on Thursday, but it says 48 to 72 hours for it to inflate. Okay, you're going to sleep on the couch. You're going to sleep on the couch for a little bit, but then your last night here, ooh, Ooh, wait. You just wait.
New couch. Wait, is it one of those? Is it one of those like cloud couches?
Our couch?
The new one. The new
It's
bed
one of those
thing.
fucking
Yeah.
You know?
Keep going. Yeah.
It's like
Give me
that.
a couple more noises.
Yeah, it's like there's like 3 and it's fluffy.
Okay.
You'll like it. Or you won't.
Well,
I don't know. It's not,
it doesn't matter. I mean, normally when we're at your house, we get so high every night that I could sleep anywhere. It really doesn't matter.
I mean, sleeping on our couch is my favorite thing to do, so you would be honored.
And let's see if this time I wake up without you in the same sleeping bag. But
we have to use sleeping bags because a lot of people don't know that people think Southern California is just all perfect weather, but sometimes at night it gets chilly. And the only way to combat that is sleeping bags.
And Drew has a lot of bugs in his apartment, as you've seen.
Apparently,
on this
I
podcast
do.
Already. Lots of bugs. Very rarely am I out of control in my life. Everything in my life is always going right according to plan. But on this episode, I have relinquished control. And so what are we talking about? Any ideas?
I want to say, like, I applaud your bravery to come to me with the statement, I don't think I've ever watched Golden Girls.
I didn't say that.
What'd you say?
I don't.
You said you had to Google their names.
Correct.
Like a freak.
What? I couldn't name them.
You haven't been in a Marshall's? They're everywhere.
I know. I see their faces. It's not like they have name tags on.
But because they don't need name tags, because everyone in the world knows their names.
There's a Blanche, there's a Rose, there's a Maud, and there's an
there's Maud. Did you know that Sophia Getty, she had dementia, like the start of dementia while they were still filming the show? So she would forget her lines a lot. And I'm not kidding. But she didn't want people to know. So it was just like her hairdresser and her makeup person were the only people who knew. And so and she would ask to leave early sometimes because like her brain was just, what's it called?
Sundowning.
And people on the show would be mad at her thinking that she was going out on the town or like going to all these events because she was so famous now. But it was really her brain just didn't work.
And I know which one that one is. Which
the little
one
old
is...
one. The little one.
The little old one. Got it. Okay.
Sophia.
That's her character's name, Sophia.
Her real name's Estelle Getty.
From Getty Images.
I went to Getty Images' grandson's Halloween party the first year I was here, and I've never been asked back.
I know. I can't unhear that conversation.
August? Thanks for being a patron.
It was a part of our childhood. It was on TV all the time.
I watched it every day. I watched Designing Women. Okay, here's the schedule. Well, it depends on the time, but we used to do Rosie O'Donnell,
Koosh Balls.
Designing Women, 2 episodes of Designing Women into 2 episodes of Golden Girls, and then it was dinner time, or Carol Burnett's show into Golden Girls, and we'd have to miss Designing Women. But then we could start Wheel of Fortune.
Yes, that's obviously a straight boy's dream growing up watching those shows.
I was only watching women. That's so hot.
If you're wondering, when we got to eat dinner together, of course our black and white TV was on. And depending on what time we ate, the masculinity got turned up to 11 because we would watch Walker, Texas Ranger or Home Improvement. These were
American
regular
Gladiators.
American Gladiators. These were regularly staples.
Gladiators is back in the UK.
Oh, doing the same
Grant, I have
Gladiators?
to tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the exact same Gladiators from the 80s. They're lose every time. They're so old. They're so broken. Have I ever made you watch Gogglebox?
Yeah.
Someone is putting them on YouTube now. So weekly, when the new episodes come out, you can watch them. So
now that's the one where they play in their living room?
Yeah, everyone's like watching TV and they're just talking about what they're watching. And it sounds like, how is that fun? It's so fun. Because you also get to watch the shows. If you're like, I don't really want to watch Bridgerton, you don't have to. Like they tell you what happens in the episode while they're also eating snacks. It's brilliant. I'm so boring. I'm sorry. I'm realizing that. I'm really sorry.
Do you like that show when you're not high is the question. Is it still good? Sober?
I'll never know.
Yeah, I did tell you. Not that I had never seen the show. I of course have seen Golden Girls, but there are certain episodes apparently that have reached great fame that I don't recall. that mean a lot to you that haven't meant a lot to me?
So, okay, I know that we're very, what is it called? Selfish, narcissistic. We look inside of ourselves to protect us from the world and to hurt those we love.
Yeah, we
But
survive.
like, I just thought, like, I've seen every episode of Golden Girls 10 times at least. And some of the episodes we're going to talk about today, I've seen 100 times. Like, it's bizarre to me what you're saying, because Golden Girls is always on TV. At any point, I bet if you Googled it right now, I bet it's on Hallmark Movie Channel or something. It's always on. It blows my mind, brother. It's so funny.
I don't know, man. I mean, while you were watching that, I was watching the straightest thing I could watch, which is American Gladiators, spandex laden muscular boys
you weren't.
running around.
You couldn't watch American Gladiators at 4:30 in the afternoon on a Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I recorded them. I had them on VHS.
No, you didn't, because we only had one working VHS player that you could actually use to record, and that was the TV that I would watch Designing Women on.
Okay, true, but we also had a bunch of non-working VHS players. So think about, don't you look stupid now?
And we hung on to them because you never know.
So can I ask you, you're the closest gay man to me, and you love Golden Girls, but it appears that Golden Girls seems to be a staple in the gay community. Am I right on that?
Also, I just want to take a moment and imagine, what if I wasn't the closest gay man to you? Who would be?
Dad?
Yeah, that's true.
Why are the old ladies of Golden Girls, why are the goldenest of girls, why are they so popular among the gays?
First of all, B. Arthur and Betty White specifically.
Smash.
And I include Rue McClanahan in this too, but really Betty White and B. Arthur are gay icons. They're just like, they're fucking gay icons, and the humor.
Why was Betty White a gay
show,
icon?
because she was in so many classic shows, and she was very early on, like, outspoken in being very pro gay. Like, she wanted more people to be gay, and she wanted more people to put wieners in their mouths, no matter the gender.
That is progressive.
Yeah, like, they were huge icons. And then the humor on that show is as old as we are, and it
20 years old?
Up.
Gotta be older.
It's 20
than
years
that.
old. And it holds up. It's really, really funny. It's got that quick joke after joke after joke kind of thing. And each woman has their own persona, and they stick to it. They're very, very like, I'm the slut, I'm the idiot. And there's something really comforting about that. You put it on, you know exactly kind of what you're going to get, and you know you're going to laugh.
So you're saying they know their roles, so and they're Golden Girls. So you think traditional gender roles should be respected? We should stick in our lanes, is what you're saying?
Yeah, but I wouldn't use that phrase lane, because that makes you think of like a road, and women shouldn't be driving.
That's just about safety at that point. It's not sexist. It's safety.
I don't know.
The
There's something about it gives me very early on Will and Grace in that the quickness and the snarkiness, the way that B. Arthur would just cut Rose down at any fucking turn, that's gay. And that's a type of humor that, like, it has to be gay. You know who wrote it, right? Do you know who one of the, like, writers of the show? Mark Cherry, the guy who developed Desperate Housewives.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, there's just
Another
something.
Show
There's
I didn't watch.
something about like that combination of like old ladies, snarky gay guy.
Has there been a show that's attempted the same magic? I mean, if it's such a great algorithm or whatever, have we tried sticking more old ladies up there with gay dudes running around?
We did do that once. We did that with Betty White's last series on TV Land with Valerie Bertinelli and the others. It wasn't the same magic, but
That's
I mean,
real.
The other thing too that made it seem so far forward, even though they were old as fuck, is it was very gay affirming. It was very progressive. It was very liberal. Like they talked about Mario Lopez played an undocumented student of hers. Mm-hmm.
What was the storyline?
He
kept turning the chairs around to sit down and look cool, and they were like, "You have to stop. They're going to find you."
Okay, after I just said I've seen every episode 100 times, I don't remember exactly. Anyway, but
he got hooked on caffeine pills and kept saying, "I'm so excited." I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so
Well,
scared.
that was Jesse. So you sound very weird right now, Grant. You should know basic Saved by the Bell lore. Yeah, and
Screech is dead.
they were very liberal. Designing Women was also very liberal at the time. I think for me, Designing Women holds up for me.
Why are you saying it that way? Is it
Because
controversial?
No,
Because of the
it's just-
southernness?
It doesn't hold up the way Golden Girls does. I don't know. It's just something. Golden Girls they tell stories really well. The characters are really well developed. Like
Yeah.
Designing Women has snarky, bitchy ladies, and they have their little roles. But I don't know. Golden Girls is so much better. But it was something.
I've always been a Burke boy. You know that. So I'm flying Delta.
Delta?
If you catch
Okay.
my
Yeah,
catch my
there we
drift.
go.
You know what I mean?
I would love to see Delta
Burke
Burke in real
boys.
life. Where does she live? A mountain? We got to go to that mountain. I love her. So being a little closeted fagot, watching a
French.
show that had gay characters, and not gay characters where like we never see them again. Well, that's not true. In the pilot, there was a gay chef that lived with them.
It was the Golden Girls and then just a gay chef.
And a gay pilot chef. No, a gay chef. Yeah. Yeah. If you watch the
Wow.
pilot episode, there is just a random gay guy who's cooking for him. It's wild.
And he lived with them. He didn't just come in to cook. He wasn't there.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, clearly he passed in the middle of the night before the second episode, and they never talk of him again.
Oh
But
my God.
No,
Well,
like for instance, with Designing Women, there was a really nice episode. Who's the guy who plays the president on Scandal? Kerry Washington and Guy played. He was on Designing Women, and he played a gay guy with AIDS, and he hired the women to design his funeral because he was dying of AIDS. Yeah. So that, while positive, like while the message was positive, they were so supportive and it was beautiful, it was still, he died of AIDS. Like you just didn't get, it was either you got a cartoon character, gay guy, like Delta Burke's accountant who stole from her. He talked like this, and then he stole all her money, and then he started to play the piano. Like, it was just crazy. But Golden Girls had real people, like real characters that happened to be gay.
Yeah.
And that just wasn't, that wasn't a thing.
And this was
great.
all, correct me if I'm wrong, this was all in the 80s? Was that when they were originally running? Mm-hmm. So was there anything before them doing shit like this?
It's been a while since I've checked the gay archives.
What about, like, wasn't Dukes of Hazzard doing some really progressive stuff?
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. So they were actually introducing incest is best in like a hot brother car thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really trailblazers in a lot of ways.
Well, they had to give up on that storyline because one of them burned their dick in the exhaust pipe. So they just moved on.
And that's,
I don't know.
I
I know that for me, that was the first time I saw like a real character living a normal life and not dying at the end, or not becoming a drag queen at the end.
That makes a whole lot of sense. It also helps me understand every career day a chef would show up and you'd be like, no, not me.
Not today.
I'm going to be around a while.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Chefs, I don't know if y'all know this, guys, but chefs work one day and then they die.
And then they die.
So we're so thankful for all the chefs that give up their lives every day for us.
Thank you.
But yeah, so there's 4 episodes. I would say 3 with gay characters and 1 that is gay adjacent. It's gay shit. Okay.
So they go shopping.
You've seen it. Oh, so you've seen it.
Right.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
I didn't realize you'd already seen it. I just wanted to go through some of these episodes, talk through, like, I want to show you some clips. I want you to see the girls in action. And Grant, I promise you, and listener, I promise you, you are going to laugh. You are going to laugh so hard. These hold up. I can't oversell it, okay? And even if I do, what are they going to do? They're literally all dead. So come for me, bitch.
Because if they were alive, they definitely would hear about this. They would definitely hear about this.
Do you want to have a Golden Girls something within reach? I feel like there's always some sort of Golden Girls.
Besides in your heart right now. I mean, they're always in your heart.
Ooh, I have a Nalgene bottle with a picture of Whitney Houston on it.
That's very close. I would say
Anyway,
close enough.
Okay, so I want to start with this episode. This one, of all the Gebbes episodes, this is my favorite. I don't know why. I love a lesbian storyline. I prefer that to a gay man storyline. Just because, like, you have dicks. You have feelings? Why do I care about that? You know?
You're sounding straighter every day.
Thanks, faggot. Okay.
Oh.
So this is season 2, episode 5. So this is early on. Like they came out the gate swinging at old ladies. It's called Isn't It Romantic? So basically, Dorothy's friend Jean, and Jean is, what's she from? The actor's from a lot. She did episodes of Murder, She Wrote. I think she did some Columbo. Like, she was in everything around that time. You probably recognize her. Anyway, after Jean's partner dies, who's a lesbian.
She was a chef, right? She became a chef, and then she died.
After her partner cooked for one day, she died. And so she goes to stay with Dorothy just to be around people because she's so alone and sad and whatever. Well, Dorothy doesn't tell the girls that Jean's a faggot. So she's... a lesbian faggot, a lady faggot.
Thank
what we call it in the biz.
That makes way more sense.
She and Rose get along really well, and Rose thinks she's making a new friend, and Jean is falling in love. She's also very realistic about it. You'll see. Okay, so this first clip, Dorothy is sleeping in bed with her mom, which is a normal thing to do when you're old.
Hang on. What? Is this the lesbian storyline? Dorothy and her mom?
Dorothy and her mother. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They took a turn.
I accept
it. Well,
they
listen, they liked what Dukes of Hazzard started. They wanted to finish it.
They wanted to keep it going.
No, so whenever they would have guests, Sophia always got kicked out of her room because she was little, so she couldn't fight. So she'd have to sleep with Dorothy. So...
There was always a famous moment where they would bully her out of her room. They're like, well, fight us then. Fight us then.
Kind of. I mean, Dorothy would always just be like, you've got mom's room. Like, there was never a... Listen, Dorothy liked Sophia to think that one wrong move and she was going back to that home. So I think she was just happy to be there. So anyway, they're talking about Jean. Obviously, Sophia knows because Sophia's her mom. So she's known Jean for however many years. Then Blanche, the whore, she comes in and she gets a little upset. And
Why?
You'll see. You'll see.
Okay. I saw that you sent me the clips to play because you didn't want to do any more. You said I'm
sitting really far from the computer. Look.
Good point.
How am I supposed to hit play?
Well done, Golden Girls. So Drew, you're clearly Blanche, right? Like when you think about who you relate to the most?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I knew it.
Blanche is my favorite character. Do you know that Betty White and Rue McClanahan were supposed to, originally were the other roles. Betty White was supposed to be Blanche.
Oh.
And Rue McClanahan was supposed to be, because on, was it Maude?
I don't know.
I think Rue McClanahan played an idiot on Maude or Mama's Family. And so that's what she kind of became known for. And Rose played a whore, or Betty White played a whore on the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and I think Maude as well. And so they just put them in those roles because it's what they had played. And Betty White was like, I've done the whore. Like, can I please do something else? And they said no. And then I can't remember exactly how it happened, but they finally like relented. And thank God they did, because
it's perfect. Yeah, it's perfect. So how does it feel as a gay man? How does it feel to hear her response to her daughter about, I would just wish him all the happiness in the world. I wouldn't love him any less. Like, especially back then in the 80s, I can't imagine that was a very popular thing. Do you remember it registering for you as a young closeted boy? And if not, how does it hit you now to hear something like that?
I don't remember it hitting me in a significant way. I think, most of what I knew about gay people when I was young was that it was evil and blah, 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 blah. But also...
Right, we all know that. Blah, 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 blah.
When you're gay, you die of AIDS. So if there was like a nice moment on TV or something about gay people, it was too scary for me to like look inside myself to try and understand it, because that's just immediately where I'd go. Because like when I did come out, and dad had that exact reaction as Sophia was like, I love you. It doesn't matter to me. I love you so much. This was before the open heart surgery and Trump, but he reacted very positively. And then, and in that same conversation, did bring up AIDS like 3 times. So no, I think I was just too scared to think of it. However, it is strange to me because when I think back to like the 80s, like it was the year 2003 when mom searched my room or whatever and found a love letter from a man. She reacted like it was the Civil War, and I had just told her that I'm fighting for the other side. I mean, you would have thought that I had burned our family to the ground.
Mother,
her reaction was so
I can no
insane.
longer fight for the cause.
I mean, I know it's, everyone has their own lived experience. I can't imagine having that reaction to my child ever. It was truly unhinged. However, that's just kind of what I assumed always happened, you know? Like, so it is wild to me. They tell Blanche, and Blanche doesn't start crying, Like it's wild that they're just kind of laying there making jokes. Like, that was not my experience.
What about Gen Z and Gen Alpha? Listening to my kids talk about sexuality is so crazy to me because they don't give a fuck, like it's never crossed their mind. Like they're just like, they have gay friends, they have trans friends. It's just like, it just is, and it's kind of like, why the fuck are you even talking about it? So is that... I wonder what I know there's always middle America, right? Like I know there's always, obviously there's churches everywhere. I wonder if for at least a certain part of the population, for gay teens, I don't know if Gen Z, Gen Alpha.
Gay teens.
I wonder if that's changing. I wonder if, I'm sure coming out's always scary. I don't know. I wonder if it's safer.
It's safer for people who are not in evangelical households. It's safer for people who are, Jesus Christ, I've got to kill this thing.
For Jesus Christ. Yeah, please do before I get
there's still, MAGA country is not safe for a gay child. So I think we can talk generally and say like, yeah, it is getting better. But in some areas, because of all of the propaganda about gay people being groomers and trans people ruining women's sports, it's even more dangerous for gay kids sometimes. I think it's great that kids, even if they are in a less accepting place, that they have the internet. I could not imagine meeting a gay person, like an openly living their life open gay person when I was a kid. And there was no way for me to. And then when we were in high school. Do you remember? She was friends with...
Can't think.
She had a hairline that started kind of in the middle of her head.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly
and her hands were really dry.
Yeah.
Remember?
Okay. I don't know about the hands, but anyway, I remember the hairline.
When, I don't know if we were like freshman or sophomore. I think sophomore. I don't know. Freshman or sophomore. She just handed me a ripped piece of paper, just like the bottom corner of a piece of paper. And she said, there's this website. And we weren't like super close or anything. But she was like, hey, I've been using this website and it's making me feel a lot better. And I think you may want to talk to people too. And handed me this website. And then she just walked away. And then I opened it and it literally, all it said was
the Church of Jesus Christ.
No, gay.com.
Gay.com. What was gay.com?
It's actually how I started my sex addiction.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot.
Well, no, I mean, it was a website where obviously everyone was gay and there were chat rooms and like there were more appropriate rooms. I didn't stay in those for long though, because I really wanted to get molested. It was
did you.
Wild. It was genuinely mind-boggling that there was somewhere in my house. I mean, sure, we had to use dial-up, so I had to wait 45 minutes for the site to load.
Sure.
But eventually, I could say hi to another gay person, and then they would say ASL, and then I would lie, and then they'd say, "Can I molest you?" So I'm happy that kids now at least have a community. Like, think about the way heated rivalry has just exploded. It's like the moment, right?
Yeah, I've exploded a lot watching that.
It's a fucking TV show about gay dudes fucking
and hockey.
But that's like, I couldn't imagine that.
Right.
When we were kids.
I guess too, the way that my kids are connected to their friends because of smartphones and whatever is so much more significant than I was ever connected to my friends. And what I mean is Max and his friends, Max is 15, none of his friends have their learner's permits. They don't care because they are constantly connected to each other. Like, the only reason I wanted to get a car was because I wanted to go hang out with my friends. Like, I wanted to go see them.
Play basketball, play church.
Right. And he's like, I can play basketball and play church on FaceTime. So, like, he always has a group video call going with this constantly. And they're just kind of like there all the time. Yeah, they're like there all the time. Now, they don't always have their cameras on, but they're on a video call. And at any moment, they'll be like, hey, check this out. But, whatever. Piper's the same way. Because when I offered to run lines with her, she meant, I have friends, she meant I'll get on video call with my friends like she's always on and just run lines that way. So, they don't even want their learner's permit because they don't care. They're like, I can see my friends anytime I want.
That's crazy.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
I really think this generation is unique and different.
Yeah, I think they're cooked, fam. So, Drew, this episode, where does it go? Where does it go from here?
Okay, so Rose ends up falling in love with Jean as well, and they move in together, and they start a design firm.
Right, but then Jean becomes a chef, and Rose
dies
returns
immediately.
And
then Rose comes back. Yeah, it was only one episode. Like, Rose was barely gone. No one noticed. No, I mean, it comes out. Eventually, she does have to tell Rose. And Jean's response to all of it was just like, I'm going to remove myself. I don't want to make any, like, I know she's not gay, so, like, this isn't healthy or whatever. And even though Rose was like the big old dummy, her response was so kind and compassionate. And even without her understanding the lifestyle, she was...
Which is a choice.
She was just like a kind person. It's odd to me that I used to watch the show with Mom and Mama. Those were like, we always had Golden Girls on. And that Mom could watch that and just have a completely different reaction, I think is so strange.
Well, you're not a lesbian, idiot.
Fuck, you're right. Absolutely. Sorry.
Idiot.
Never mind.
Let's go to the clip.
Let's take it to the clip.
It is sweet. It's a sweet response from Rose for show.
The person who played Jean, her name was Lois Nettleton. She's from Oak Park, right outside of Chicago. She died in Woodland Hills out here in LA. So we can go visit her grave when you're here.
Like natural causes, or what happened? She got hit by a truck or something?
You aren't going to leave this. You really won't. She became a chef late in life.
Oh, my God. And she already knew. Know. She had the warning signs.
No, she knew. She knew it was coming, but she was ready to risk it all.
I like someone who takes charge like that.
She received an Emmy nomination for this episode for guest star in a sitcom.
Wow.
Yeah, she was nominated for like 9 Emmys, I think. She won 3, but one of the nominations was for this episode.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
She was also on, what is that, $100,000 pyramid, $25,000 pyramid?
Yeah.
One of those games. She was on that all the time, as was Betty White. But I can't figure out how I know her. Twilight Zone.
That's a pretty sweet gig. I would love to get old and just do game shows. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, I know. I love that shit. I don't think we'll ever, once they tried to make RuPaul the center square on Hollywood Squares, I think the idea of bringing back those game shows just ended.
Do
you think RuPaul's coming to our show on Friday?
Obviously. Well, she sent me a text, but it was very cryptic. It sounded almost threatening.
Oh, that's just how she types.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought, and how did she change the font on a iMessage?
Thank you for asking me that question. Of course, I know. So she doesn't believe in phones. So what she does is she writes down every text that she wants to send in a notebook, and she hands it, she throws it at the young twink who's her assistant. She tells him, you better find a font that looks like my fucking handwriting. You stupid faggot. Or you know what I'm going to do to you? I'm going to make you a chef.
I'm going to send you to culinary school. There we go. There we go.
And so her texts are really bizarre, but it's not her fault. Well, it's absolutely her fault, but she doesn't know it. What do you think of that episode? Was it nice? It was nice, right?
I truly can't believe that happened in the 80s. Like, I can't believe
40 years ago.
Rose's response was so gracious. And it was such a popular show with people like Mama and our mother, and it was just like a family thing.
That's the thing, Grant. Sorry to go dark, but
let's do it. Zero Dark 30.
Evangelicals, before the era of Ronald Reagan, before Jerry Falwell got involved, they were pro-abortion, and they were pro people living their lives as long as they didn't hurt anyone. The hating gay people came from Jerry Falwell and that. So this show, let's see, what year was that? What was the first year? Like, this show started around the same time that stuff was starting. So I don't know that they gave a shit back then, you know?
Yeah, not yet. They hadn't been told to give a shit enough.
No. And I think that's what's so hard, I think, for us to we're trying to like make sense of it, of, you know, the morality of it. And like, well, why do you suddenly care? I mean, it's all because they're in a cult and whatever. Yeah, it used to be a much more civil, like when Republicans would say they want small government, those Republicans really did. Like, they really were like, live your life. Leave me alone. I don't care. Oh, you're gay? Cool. Leave me alone. So I guess in that context, I guess it's not surprising that they were still, that it was okay-ish. I mean, I'm not saying that there weren't censors who were probably pushing hard against it. I'm sure they had to jump over a lot of hoops to get there through them. You go through hoops. You don't jump over them. You jump over
hurdles.
Exactly. Thank you. Okay, so we've done Gene. It's great. We've seen how accepting
Jean.
Rose is, how horny Blanche is. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful storyline. Up next is Blanche's gay brother Clayton and Clayton.
A southern gay man's name right there, if I ever done heard it.
A southern gay man's name, which thrilled me because I'm a southern gay man from the South and stuff. And Clayton, I also like Clay Aiken. My name sucks. I hate the name Drew. I hate my name.
It could have been Everett. Everett.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Yeah, you know what they would call us if we were one person and we were Everett Jeffrey Nixon the third? They were going to call us Trip.
Trip. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that sound like we own a boat and we rape? Anyway, so Blanche's brother is in 2 episodes. So the first episode, he comes out to her, and she has the response that I think makes more sense to me as someone who had
lived experience,
a mother and father. And then, like one or 2 seasons later, he gets married to a man. Oh my God! Okay, I have to tell you this. So this past weekend. Have you seen the drag queen who's doing an Erica Kirk impression?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
so good.
Her name's Lauren. Yeah. Lauren Banal. She hosts a brunch in North Hollywood twice a month. And so she's touring now as Erica Kirk. So I hosted her brunch for her this past weekend.
That's so funny.
I brought, like, during the brunch, we always bring up people who have birthdays that month and, you know, give them shots or whatever. And one of them, I was like, hi, like, what's your name? And how old are you? Is this a big birthday? And she's like, yes, but before I say that, I just want to say I'm here with my best friends and they're getting married. They just got engaged. And we turned to look at the... Fuck.
Did you get the fly?
I'll never kill it.
Oh. I'll
anyway,
take care of it.
It'll probably still be here. But she's like, yeah, my best friends. And we look back and there's 2 little 20-something faggots sitting there and they're like, and I think I can't remember exactly what I said, but I said something like, oh, are there their future wives in the bathroom. Like, who are you pointing at?
Right.
You know, trying to be funny. And I was like, how does that work? The girl looked at me. She was young. She was like in her early 20s.
Okay.
She could not fathom why I was saying it. Like, could not fathom the joke.
Yeah.
She was like, what? No, they're marrying each other. And I was like, how? She goes, they're getting married. And I was like, okay, I'm out. I'm so sorry. I have to go. So then I found the oldest woman in the room, and I was like, you get it right. And she's like, I'm Jean. Actually, there was an older lady there that kept tipping me like big bills. And I was like, whoa. And so I went over and I was like, hey, I don't have a relationship with my mom. And she's like, I'm your mom now. And then she stopped giving me money. And I said, you're just like my mom.
Yeah.
You bitch.
Yeah,
Blanche's brother is in 2 episodes.
Yeah.
However, it's a lot. I have like 4 clips to show you, and they're long, but they're also, I think, really important to watch. So we're over an hour at this point.
Okay.
What do you think about doing a Golden Girls Part 2 episode?
I think if anyone deserves 2 parts, it's the Golden Girls Gayness.
Yeah, Golden Girl Gayness. That is what it's called. And so I want to put this on pause so we can come back to it. However, there is a little bit of a wrench. Grant is going to be here. And so next week, we are doing an in-studio, Studio 71 produced Twinnuendo.
What?
And so that won't be Golden Girls. Golden Girls will be the week after. So we're going to take like a couple weeks off, but they're timeless. But I'm so excited. Yeah, Grant's going to be in studio. I can't wait for you to meet everybody.
It's so exciting. And I think we were going to do reverse drag, right? Where I put you in straight.
Mm-hmm. You put me in straight, and then I make you a chef for a day.
Wait, hang on. What? That's
Be careful.
Permanent. That's a little bit more permanent.
All right. Well, if you are in LA, you will see us this Friday at Dynasty Typewriter. But if you're not in LA, guess what? We're live streaming the show. We met with the tech people today. The live stream's great. There's 5 cameras and a couple different camera people. The quality is incredible.
Nice.
And so you can buy a ticket for that as well. Like, you can buy live tickets or live stream tickets at dynastytypewriter.com. If you can't watch the show on Friday as it's happening, although I do say you should, because we're going to keep a computer on stage so we can read the chat and we can talk to you as well.
That's cool.
But if you're not able to do that, it will be available for 2 weeks following the stream on Friday. So you'll be able to watch it.
Awesome. So watch it live.
I'm really excited. This is going to be, we're following Nick Offerman, okay? This week at Dynasty Typewriter.
He won't be there. Just letting you guys know.
Well,
he won't be there that night.
Maybe his next role is Clayton. You don't know.
He would kill Clayton. Not kill him. He would kill that role. He'd be great.
Well, the actor who played Clayton is actually still alive. He's 90.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Old gay guys live forever. Dad's going to be alive to 100. All right, we'll see you later.
Thought it was hatred keeping him alive. It's not.
No, it's
actually
gay.
love
It's
of men.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.